My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Aethermancer. We're going to start on Mythic difficulty. I am going to find one of the creatures that we just unlocked in the recent episode. Hang on. Excuse me. I definitely unlocked someone. Why have all of you got a bunch of worthiness already on you? How the heck does that happen? Didn't I? Oh, you know what? It probably didn't count the unlock because I did it after my run. Yeah, okay, there we go. So Circuit will unlock here. Allows you to start runs with Circuit, Earth and Wind, a Poison Shield Force character. Has an aura whenever one of your shielded allies gets attacked. Trigger poison on the enemy and apply force to the attacked allies. Oh. That's a force giver to a unit who's just been attacked? That's exactly the kind of thing you'd want to pair with Naga. And the Nyx. Nyx, Earth, Water types, Heal, Ether, and Poison, Toxic Tides. Whenever this monster receives or applies a heal, apply poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. Alright, let's do it. I think we're gonna do Nyx. Also, though, I suspect that means that I have not got the final upgrade yes here for anti-corruption meal. And then up here as well for re-rolling in a monster shrine. Alright, now we can start the run. And I'm going to be starting this one with... Where are you? Nyx. It's like Nyx is a starter, absolutely. We're in Pilgrimage Path, so you are Earth, Water, Heal, Ether, and Poison, and your trait triggers off of each time you are healed, whenever you receive or apply a heal. Okay, and you do have an AoE heal in Leeching Strike, 2x3 water against the target enemy, heal all allies for 5. And then you've also got Restore. Wow! Heal target ally for 3x3, target generates 3 random ether. So this pays for itself? This costs 2 ether. I mean, other than, you know, the overlapping interactions of a bunch of different things, this might be the first ether positive action. Well, I guess not ether positive, the first ether positive action. Like, you know, applying age to a character gives you 3 water for a single water, things like that. But, like, this also has a base effect that's super cool. And also, those ones are drafted. This one just starts with the character. Hell yeah. Affliction, Poison, and Burn on Mephisto shifted. The first ally and the first enemy that use an action each round get 2 Poison or 2 Burn applied to them. This monster gets 1 additional damage and 6% evasion for every 10 debuff stacks in combat. Yeah, I think we could take you. Purge, Summon Ether, no. Jin with Purge as its secondary. Oh, right, of course, because your attacks consume dodge to steal ether. That's really good. Cold Heart also... Oh, wow. A dodge purge ether and then a critical purge dodge? If I had the shifted Jin and shifted Cold Heart? Both pretty impactful. Ugh. The problem is, I think the very first thing that I'm going to need is going to be Poison. Apply poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. Yeah, I'm going to want poison overlap. So I suspect I probably end up going Mephisto here? I'm not thrilled about it, to be honest. Purge, Burn, Ether... I may end up... Should I re-roll here, maybe? I'd really like someone who overlapped a little bit more. Like, God forbid I get someone with a regeneration ability. Amit, you're not it, but Dyla, you absolutely are. Wholesome. At the start of combat, applies 1 regeneration itself. Whenever regeneration triggers on this monster, apply regeneration to each other ally. Then trigger regeneration on them. That's a heal on regeneration trigger on Dyla. You also heal target ally for 3/7 and apply regeneration to all allies. So that's 21 healing in 3 different instances that goes on Nyx. Seems pretty good to me. And your shifted version, do I need to worry about that at all? Maybe heal all allies for 6, apply regeneration to all allies, single action. Wow. And then you've got Terra support. How much do I care about Terra support versus weakness application? Although, maybe it's a type coverage thing. Earth, water, so if I go with Terra, at least I also have wind covered, and then I can just worry about managing fire. Yeah, I like that. Let's go all in on this healing build.
Truly a beautiful pilgrimage path. Sirius, how many monsterkin do you reckon walked here before us?
I can't say for sure, but it must have been thousands from all over Terra Stay.
Well, it feels nice to finally do the same. Given different circumstances, I might have done this sooner. You know, before it's all been scattered around.
Skull, whenever there's a monster applies a debuff to an enemy, 15% chance to apply another stack of the same debuff, and also, actions that apply Terra apply 1 additional Terra. That's really good. 1 additional Terra. However, there's also Orb Rare. Ether +1, health reduced by 3. Kind of, it really doesn't matter, 3 health. Earth Generator +1. Basic attacks generate an additional Earth Ember, debuff mitigation 1. Debuffs deal 1 less damage against allies. I really want Skull. And then I throw it on Dyla. Sure, Luna's applying debuffs consistently with the poison on heal, but, like, Dyla, it's your actions that need to apply additional Terra. Who am I more scared of here? I guess I have earth damage. Oh, categorically more scared of, well, not Wolpertinger, sorry, Tutzel. I forgot about your whole, I do a bunch of crits and the crits poison you and then the poison kills you. And that's just a lot. Okay, let us Leeching Strike for the stagger. I almost want to go with a basic attack. Oh, hang on. Tutzel? Tutzel? Are you my final party member? On crit, apply poison. This monster has 4 additional crit chance for every poison stack on enemies. Obviously, we don't have the toxic earth necessarily, but you are earth and fire, you are regeneration, you are poison, you are critical. You know what? Give me that memento. I'm getting a Tutzel. Hell yeah. Follow up with the basic attack. We're gonna need... Damage is not our strong suit at the moment. We need to find ways to accomplish that. Restore... Ooh, Shriek's already taking it down. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll take you out with a single Shriek. Get him! And then we can just focus on stacking a bunch of poison on this target with these heals, you see? I want to get Nyx one of those snow support skills. Like, the heal all allies for 3/7 would be ridiculous for poison application. So Shriek to get some Terra stacked on the enemy, which then gives me the ability to start trying to stagger them. Ooh, got very close. How dare you Shriek back at me? That was my shriek first. I shruck that shriek. Sorry, I know that's not grammatically correct. I shroke that shriek. Luna hits level half? I want to see the auras, damn it. Hit level 1. I know I've only taken one fight so far. Level up anyway. We don't have fire damage. Let's focus on that turtle first again. Yeah, I'll do the heal all allies and give regeneration, just because the regeneration, when it triggers on me, is going to give another regeneration. So there's a whole virtuous cycle going on here. Oh, Shriek is ready. That's important. We'll stagger this bad boy down here. Well, I mean, if he's going to die to poison, I'm not going to bother shrieking at you. Lovely bit of dodge right there. Definitely got a shriek. If I'm ever gonna stagger, that's how it's gonna be done. So at the end of this turn, they'll take a wild damage from poison. No, they don't take a wild damage from poison? Oh, Terra doesn't wild shift as well? Interesting. That makes sense. So wait, what is poison's elemental damage then? Earth. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, because Walper was the final one that I was finishing who had Earth as a typing. Got it. We're all good. I figured it out. With a pencil in the van, I figured it out. Gotta leech. You gotta leech him. Yeah. Nyx is a bit squishy right now. We gotta get some health on Luna. Cleanse corruption. Healing +1 whenever healing +1 matters. Unfortunately, it's the amount of times you heal and not the amount that you heal that I care about for you, Luna. And this doesn't give you additional healing. Auto attack. You're not really gonna be a... Well, hang on, no, your base attack does this. Yeah, okay, that would make some sense. And then also Fatal Upkeep. Or a debuffs deal 4 more damage against enemies. I've got to say, that's probably the most impactful one that we can do right now. It means a single stack of poison does 5 damage at the end of the turn. Cleanse corruption. Interesting. Regenerated Prime. For every 3 consumed regeneration stacks, apply power to the ally with the least amount of power. I mean, I am going to try and go stupid with regeneration stacks, and applying power is really good to get some scaling. I could give you auto heal, but you're realistically not going to attack that much later. Assumedly. You know, if I get... Ooh, sure, I'll take a scepter. If I do get Tutzel, Tutzel's probably going to be doing the majority of my damage. So I could buffer that Soul Altar. I don't really need to. If that Soul Altar let me clear corruption at this point, I would have some use for that, actually. So I don't think there's a lurker here waiting for me, unfortunately. Random NPC, please. Give me Mern the Shed. Okay, so we've got Tristan, who I'm probably going to take, and then I'll look at all of the other available options just in case they're... Well, Matthew's relevant. Vampirism means that on attack, healing is going to occur. Terror on enemies, so you stack over on both terror and heal. That's pretty good, actually. Circuit. There is an argument that it would be really good to get Circuit literally just to be able to shield my allies. And then that shielding triggers poison and gives us force, which is crit. But, like, I feel like, realistically, what do we need right now is damage. We already solved how we get that. It's take Tristan. Fire. Let's go. We're having a poison party. Oh, it is, man! Everything all right, man?
Oh, Sirius. Yeah. Just feel a bit under the weather today, that's all. Now, which one of your monsters is hungry?
A new perk at the cost of corruption. I'm gonna give that to Tristan. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Tristan. Because everyone else has got a bunch already. On action, 33% chance to apply power to self, so that's for our main attack unit. That's pretty good. 15% chance to evade each incoming hit, or shield self at 2 at the start of the turn. Probably power, to be honest. Oh, no, it's not a cleansing pond. Damn. I might have actually had use for a cleansing pond. Last run, rather. I complained about how those are never useful early. Like, when are you going to have the opportunity to remove 12 corruption from all of your creatures in the second area? Well, here I stand. 11 corruption, 6 corruption, and 7 corruption on my creatures. And I could certainly change that if I really needed to. Right. Oh, hang on. Just before we start this fight, let me grab this belt on interrupt. 50% chance to apply power to self. Could have been bad, could have been worse. I can stagger Cockatrice. Yeah, I've got Fire Claws from Tristan now, so I can stagger a Cockatrice immediately. Then circle back around to Totzel. Well, I say I can do it immediately. What I mean is I can do it on turn 2. That's what I meant the whole time. Alternatively, I drop a restore and hope that... Never mind. Hope that gives me a single red energy. It does not. I'm going to set up some additional healing and poison. Thought we dodged all... Oh, hold up. I don't think Ultras can take out Nyx on... Okay. Yucky. That's not good. Well, first things first. Ooh, Totzel's gonna be really annoying this turn. Unfortunately, they're also out of range for a stagger. And I don't have the ability to drain. 2x4, 5 Terra, so you go down to 11. You're taking 2x4 from this, so that Terra application, you take another 4 damage from the first instance, so you should go down with Leeching Strike Shriek. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, and we'll be fine. Phew. Could have been way worse. We got a lot of power on our party from just having these AoE regeneration applications. I can happily do this Leeching Strike. I was really hoping that one of the poisons would hit the top line enemy. At least one. Compelling. I mean, I'd love to do some other stuff, but I feel like I should probably guarantee that that unit doesn't get to attack. Shame. Nyx takes even more corruption for it. Very, very good at healing. I'm not so good at preventing damage in the first place, so if I can find some way to apply weakness, I can certainly see that being a high-tier draft. I know the other dialer could have done that, but I also wanted Terra and type coverage. Ooh, I mean, obviously I want to take out the Ooze, but I can't do that immediately. Okay, so it generates random ether from what the target can naturally generate. So as long as I use the healing action on the right character, I will get the poison. Oh boy, that's a lot of poison application as well. Both of the enemies are attacking Totzel? I mean, Totzel does have the lowest max health out of my entire body at the moment, courtesy of having not leveled up. That's actually really bad for me. Yeah, both of those attacks are going against the bottom line. Totzel would die at the start of its turn. Oh, thank you, double regeneration trigger. Oh my god. How nasty. How despicably nasty and mean. None of the enemies are using a healing action this turn, which means I can take out the Cockatrice indirectly here, which is important. Preventing an attack against Totzel is going to be basically as effective as healing Totzel here, so let's throw out the giant fire claws. Yeah, God, I really need regeneration at this point in my life. 2x5 from the Earth Strike. I mean, that's nice, but it doesn't finish the fight. Oh, this is disgusting. I'm gonna heal to see if I can get the right... Oh, I definitely get the right energy for it here. Wind sets up that vulnerability, and then Fire Claws is enough damage, courtesy of how many strikes it is. Yeah, Tristan here, by default, having a 4 attack really helps us benefit from all of this additional power scaling we've got in the party. All right, come on, really something Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. I mean, Regeneration Cycle also slaps hard. Aura, whenever Regeneration triggers on an ally, shield them for 4. So after the first turn, that's going to be pretty much all of our shield support. But Toxic Cycle, whenever allies apply 5 or more poison in the same turn, apply regeneration to each ally, triggers up to once per round. Insane. That is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Now I just need to find a little bit faster poison application, but that'll be okay as well. It's gotta be... I guess Walper? Yeah, Walper can do pretty big damage in single instances, as well as obviously the Purge action. Oh, hell yeah. Toxic Slash immediately staggers the top liner. And it does a crit, so it gets some additional poison application as well. Healing all allies is still a really good move. Yeah, applies a bunch of poison to the fields. And then nourish. Absolutely. There goes top liner, and that's enough poison applied to get regeneration on all allies as well. I mean, I do care about doing dark damage, but oh, that's snow support. That's so annoying. Oh, double, triple crit. Huge amount of additional poison application there. I think that takes you out before you get your heal move. Yeah, so it does. Great. And because there's only one of them left on the board, we don't really have to worry about the worst things Orthrus can do, which is usually out of sidekick. Yeah. 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 Ooh, this party's doing well. Heal generator +3. Heal generator +3? Excuse me? Like shield generator. So at start of turn, you heal yourself for 3. Remarkable. Earth ritual. Apply 5 poison to target enemy. Generate earth, earth, earth. I mean, that just also immediately triggers providing regeneration to all allies, but also I suspect that with the amount of healing that we already just default have access to, that's not going to be a problem for us. Viral Bloom is a lot of damage. Triggers poison on all monsters, allies and enemies. But I will be stacking a large amount of poison on the enemies, and also I already do more damage when poison happens. That seems pretty good. Blood Drain, 4x4, water against target enemy, heal self for 3x4. Not half bad. I'll take Viral Bloom. Fun. Regeneration Bloom applies regeneration to all allies. I mean, admittedly, yeah, I do care about that. Energy Charm heals target ally for 2x4. Target also generates a random ether. Free action. I mean, I definitely want a free action here. Energy Charm, like if I heal Nyx, that also gives 2 poison to the enemies. I really want to go Regeneration Bloom, to be honest. Scepter. End of turn, apply 1 temporary power to self. Defense, +1, rare. Reduces incoming damage by 1. Considering Tristan is currently doing a lot of our damage with the Force Strike, but also currently the lowest max HP character I have, you can wear that, Tristan. Again, unfortunately, no Lurker. Have I done something to frustrate the Lurker? Have I annoyed them somehow? Have I gotten on their wrong side? Their last nerve? Let's just have a look here, just in case it becomes relevant. Dodge. Weakness Purge, don't hate that. Look, I can't tell you I'm thrilled about any of those. I'm gonna take this opportunity to get the 3 corruption cleanse from all allies before I leap into this fray. With all this regeneration, all I really need to do right now is dodge being killed on turn 1. Only problem? Kinda hard, actually. I can't really stagger the frontline enemy this turn, unfortunately. Come on, crit on some hits. Apply some additional poison. Damn. Next time I get offered Regeneration Shield, I'm taking that stuff post haste. Toot sweet. Schnell. I'm getting it. Trigger poison on all monsters. Certainly not in this fight, buddy. Reaching strike scores us a stagger right there. Poison. Actually, this Toxic Slash is going to be enough to get this unit. Oh, even without a crit, that would have been enough. Because they take the poison damage at the start of their turn, and that would have staggered them. Look. I might as well apply additional regeneration to all allies just because I can. And then we'll dispatch with that Tartsel. I'll trigger your poison, and then you'll kill me because of it. How's that sound? Decent damage for a Shriek right there already. Beautiful. More than happy to see a skill reroll. Ooh, Witch. I don't even know if I want to reroll at oh, additional XP, please. Although I do really need the corruption cleanse, but I still took the additional XP. I'll cleanse my corruption when I fight the boss. I said another thing as well. I forgot it. Oh yeah, I don't even know if I need the oh, what's the witch's name again? Lily. I don't even know if I need Lily right now. I'm thinking Luna, the name of the Nyx here. Yeah, this one's just take out Ultras first. Not a problem. Not a problem. I don't want to let it get all of the additional attacks it could. Granted, it's basically going to take a Shriek to do anything about him. Fire Ritual is going to buff the enemies, but it's not really going to do much. I'm going to... Yeah, give me some green so I can start going straight for the throat. Nice. Poison applied to all enemies to get regeneration on all allies. With that fire ritual that they're casting twice here, they're absolutely going to be getting a ridiculous amount of fire ember, so I'm just not going to be able to stop whatever fire action they want to do now. Just comes down to staggering whomever threatens me the most. Oh wow, they're both taking defensive actions. That's great. Thanks. I gotta make sure that my Leeching Strike is available for these backline targets. Now, what exactly is the move you're doing? Breeze. Heals target ally in your jet. What? Okay. I don't know if more resources is really what you needed right now, but okay. Sure, I'll Regeneration Bloom. Yeah, I might need some additional resources later. I'll keep the attack up. Oh, isn't that cute? They're healing one another. I mean, yeah, it triggers poison on all monsters. Good AoE damage for us right now. Top line now dies. Oh, dies to a crit, as it turns out. Remarkable. It did literally 44 damage. Oh, Firebolt. Firebolt, Firebolt. I always look at it and I'm like, oh, single red energy. That can't be especially relevant. No, 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 it can be. Oh, I promise you it can be. I'm amazed it didn't kill him. Explosive Exhale. Apply 2 regeneration itself, then consume all regeneration stacks to deal 6 to target enemy for every stack consumed. Given what we are currently doing, this is very much going to be a boss kill relevant in the future. Orb. I don't know if I want to reduce anyone's health by 6 right now. Luna would be the target, though. I'll scrap it. Little too dangerous for me to play with, I think. It's a wee bit too dangerous. I said 3 health didn't make a difference. 6 health? That's twice not a difference, which is a difference. Void Meteorite, Elemental Affinity. Who's going to be base attacking with their claws? I'm not good at doing wind damage by default, but Dialer, you're not going to be base attacking often. If anything, I feel like it should be Earth, but I'm also really good at doing Earth damage already. So maybe it should be Fire, but if it's Fire, why wouldn't I just be using Fire Claws instead? Because I don't have the Fire Ember for it, I guess. I guess Tristan's the most likely to use its base attack. Just because a lot of the time your base attack is enough. There you go. Earth Affinity for Tristan. Especially because Tristan has, by default, a perk for +1 hit. So I'm not certain exactly that this will work out this way, but I'm pretty certain that means that Tristan's basic attack is going to do 3 poise worth of earth damage. No lurker as far as I can see on this area. Oh, I am gonna earn... Yeah, I'm gonna earn auras in the next area. So I'm intentionally gonna go to the witch, and I'm not gonna use Lily before the fight. Just so that I can re-roll any auras that we get from this level up that seem especially relevant. I can't let this fight go too long, so I'm going to focus on stacking poison, because if this fight goes too long, the enemy gets too much poison, the enemy gets... too much poison. The enemy weakens me too much, gets too much power, and then just deletes my units. Which you'll never guess, but I'm actually not in favor of that one. Yeah, it's going to be Leeching Strike. For the simple sake of the poison it can do. Toxic Cycle triggers up to once per round. When allies apply 5 or more poison in the same turn. Ooh. Well, this is a good stagger to stagger. Prevents an AoE hit from the enemies. With no poison on my allies, I can now use Viral Bloom every turn for a decent amount of damage. 35 even. Hell, that's not a decent amount of damage. That's a downright indecent amount of damage. That's just rude stuff to do to someone, frankly. So we get what? Plus 3% crit chance per poison on the field? So Tatzel should be almost constantly critting right now. Damn, this is a lot of corruption on Nyx. I still stand by not taking the regeneration triggers give shields because the Toxic Cycle was so much cooler. We'll see how I feel about that by the end of this fight, though. By 6 fire against target enemy. Alright. Yeah, largely for the amount of times it can hit and possibly even crit. So that's just short of the enemy dying that turn. They throw out Pollen Blast and delete Tatzel. How dare you? It's exactly the kind of thing I was worried about. Well, at least I can murder you in response. With a squishy party like this, I'm not really thrilled to have lost that life that early. Oh. Viral healing. Whenever allies heal 50 or more in the same turn, trigger poison on all enemies. And also, hopefully later, plague. Whenever poison triggers on an enemy, apply poison to all enemies. Ridiculous. Long-lived. Aura. Whenever regeneration stacks are applied to an ally, apply an additional stack. The healing regeneration stacks is reduced by 1. Just 1.
God damn.
Do I have any that aren't... I guess Fatal Upkeep. Fatal Upkeep's really good for our damage. If I re-rolled that really heavily, I could probably try and find something defensive instead that would be ridiculous, but all of the rest of these want to stay as they are. I guess I could re-roll a move. Probably don't want to re-roll Shriek, to be honest. I don't want to re-roll any of those moves. They're all really good moves. I could also just straight up take experience. No, I'm going to re-roll the damage trade on Luna. Poison on enemies with Terra does wild damage, and 1 additional damage for every 3 Terra stacks. No. Void Burn. No, I don't want additional Wild Ether. And Polluted Ether consumes up to 1 Earth Ether to deal 6 damage, 6 Earth damage hit and apply 6 poison to target enemy. Not bad if I was generating stupid Earth Ether, and I'm generating some Earth Ether, but I'm also not attacking with Luna, so. Synchronous healing. Whenever you reach 5 ether of the same element, heal all allies for 2x4. Triggers up to once per element per combat. Things that trigger off of heal are really important for us. Or things that trigger heal are really important for us because things trigger off of heal as well. It would be difficult to get a lot of value out of synchronous healing this early. Without, like, intentionally... Oh, I can intentionally choose to stack ether of a specific element if I absolutely need to. Okay, that brought me around on it. Good Lord, I am so glad that we're getting 5 additional corruption cleanse now.
That Nyx of yours looks quite friendly, doesn't it, Sally? But of course... we know that there is always a certain darkness that lurks within each and every monster. Then again, I suppose there is barely a monsterkin who hasn't heard of grim fairy tales in regard to Nyx. Care to buy anything?
Terrifying. Target monster generates 1 random ether and heals and shields him for 7. Great. Happily take the Tea of Many Souls. Consumes all your ether, generates 7 random. On support action, we do a lot of those. Cleanse 2 debuffs and apply 1 temporary power to target ally. Hang on. Yeah, Leeching Strike's not a support action. We're not really doing support actions on you constantly. Maybe it's Mandragora would want this instead. You do support actions almost exclusively, and I'm not really using your Terra application +1 right now. It's a way to cleanse some really good debuffs. Let's hit some leveling juice. Tristan hits that level. Hell yeah. Regenerating water. On water action from any ally, apply regeneration to the ally with the lowest amount of regeneration. So every one of Luna's actions does that, and so does regeneration bloom. So I can do that up to 3 times a turn. That's a lot of regeneration. The only problem is... whenever regeneration stacks are applied to an ally. Are applied, not applied by you. Got it, we're doing regenerating water. Okay, one last Spirio, and then get out of here. +5 max health for each of our characters. As well as that corruption cleanse gets us set up for the next area. I would like Luna to take less damage. I am very much looking for something in that kind of direction. You wouldn't be able to tell so by all of the choices that I made so far, but I promise that is my priority. And it will be as we go into the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank you and a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.